Hi team, welcome back to my channel. Today a bit of a different kind of format. I wanted to sit down and I want you to get comfortable as well, or you can also go out for a walk and listen while I'm talking to you. Important, stay hydrated, grab yourself something to drink, grab a cup of coffee, and then let's get straight into today's video. Fitness mistakes that I've made in the past. And let me tell you, I've made many mistakes. Let me share them with you. If you don't know anything about my fitness transformation, if you don't know anything about my fitness story or journey, you should definitely check out the video that I've already made, because in that video, I really talk about how I went from the first goal that I've had, from being super skinny to being super strong, to today, where I feel like I take everything a little bit more relaxed. And to me right now, it's all about balance. I want to move my body to feel my best, and I don't want to be any kind of extreme anymore. So check out this video so you know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm into fitness since years. So I think I've reached my 10-year mark. So since 10 years, I'm working on myself, I'm working on my body, I'm working on my physical, but also mental health and mental fitness. And I think the number one mistake that I've made for so long is tracking the wrong progress, or tracking only one kind of progress. And everything that I was tracking for a really long time was just my weight. And tracking your weight and tracking your physical progress, there's nothing wrong with it, because it can motivate you, it can help you see that you are already changing. But if you only check the weight on the scale, is a problem. And what I mean by that is, for example, the first goal that I've had when I started my fitness journey was I wanted to lose weight. And I had a ridiculous goal. Like, I really wanted to lose a lot of weight, because back then we had been in the super skinny era. We had been in the Victoria's Secret model era. And I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to look like one of them. So I tried to lose a lot of weight, and it was my motivation to see the number on the scale going down. So every single day when I stepped on the scale, and I really stepped on the scale every single day, which is also such a wrong thing to do. The thing is, I ignored all the other things that had been going on. For example, my mental health was going down with every single kilogram that I lost. My energy level was going down. I felt terrible. I felt tired every single day. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt so low energy. And the less weight I had, the less glow I had. I lost all my glow. I lost all my positive vibes. And usually I'm such a positive and happy person. But when I lost all that weight, I don't know, I just had dark eye circles. My skin wasn't really nice anymore. I lost a lot of hair. These are all side effects if you're underweight, and these side effects are not nice. But I actually should have also tracked that. I should have tracked that kind of progress, the progress of how am I feeling? How do I feel from the inside out? How is my hair doing? How is my skin doing? How is my overall glow doing? I think this is also so important. And now I'm tracking my progress so different. I wake up every single day and I'm checking in with myself. How do I feel? How much energy do I have? How was my sleep? In general, how happy do I feel? That is so much more important to me than the number on the scale. I don't even know how much I weigh right now. I don't know anything about my weight. Haven't been on the scale for a really long time. So this is your reminder, team, that it's so much more than a number on the scale. It's so much more. Really check in with yourself and check in how you feel about yourself, how your confidence level is. Even though I thought if I lose weight, then I will feel my best, then I will feel confident, then I will feel hot, then I will wear a bikini without feeling insecure. But that never was the case, because confidence and strength is not something that's coming from the outside. It's something that comes from within, from the inside. One more thing before we move on to the second mistake that I've made for way too long. I talked about stepping on the scale every single day and why it doesn't make sense. I think especially for us women, for us girls, it's super important to understand a little bit more about hormones. That's really important, because your hormones can have an impact on your weight. So for example, you want to lose weight. Your goal is to lose weight. So you decide to eat a little bit less. You decide to move a little bit more. So you are in a caloric deficit every single day. You should also lose weight every single day, right? But stepping on the scale every single day might show you something else. Maybe you haven't eaten much yesterday and you step on the scale the next morning, but still your weight is either the same or it went even up. And this can have so many reasons. And one of them is, for example, our hormones. Our hormones have an impact on our weight, but also your lifestyle. If you had a really stressful day, if you have a really stressful time, or if you don't focus much on your sleep, if your sleep isn't the best, it all has an impact on your weight. And that's why I don't want you to step on it every single day, because what you might see there might demotivate you and frustrate you. Water break. Wow, that was needed. Mistake number 2. I ignored rest days. I ignored listening to my body and allowing my body to rest and recover. And we all know we have to rest and recover if we want to grow. But I always had a really hard time accepting that I'm also just a human being and I also need rest days and my body needs rest days. Every single time when it was rest day, I felt so guilty. And I also remember when I checked in with friends or I checked on social media, everyone else was active. It was a beautiful day. Everyone else was outside and running and swimming or doing any kind of outdoor workouts, or everyone was in the gym. Like, it seemed like everyone is active every single day, and it made me feel bad about myself, especially on the rest days. Back then, when my goal was to lose weight, I also remember that I was working out to burn calories. So especially on the rest days, I felt like, damn, I'm not burning any kind of calories today, so I'm also not allowed to eat something today. So I was really in a toxic mindset. I was just moving to burn calories so I can eat a little bit more because I was starving. I was so hungry. So it was a really stupid mindset and stupid goals that I had back then. But anyways, let's quickly talk about rest days, team. Rest days are so important. We need rest days. We need rest days when it comes to exercising and working out, but also when it comes to our job, our work. We need balance. We need to work hard, but we also need to rest hard. And especially when it comes to, for example, building muscle. I don't know if you know that, but if you do a strength workout, then the time after, the rest, the recovery time is even more important than the workout itself, because your muscles grow when you're resting, when you allow yourself to rest, when you allow your muscles to repair and recover. Knowing this always had been my motivation later to actually stick to the rest days, because I was like, yeah, I want to grow muscle. I want to get a little bit stronger. So if I want to grow, then I also have to allow myself to rest and recover. And please don't feel guilty on the rest days. Please don't think like you can't eat more on rest days, because you actually have to. You want your body to recover. So make sure you fuel your body with enough nourishing foods. That is super, super important. So yeah, make sure you fuel yourself, you eat enough, make sure to stay hydrated, make sure to drink enough. You can also do some low impact things like walking. I always go out for a long walk on my rest day. I also feel like it's better than staying in bed all day. I mean, if you need a day, if you want to have a day where you literally just at home and you just relax and chill, that's also totally fine. You do what works for you. What works best for me is still going out for a really slow, easy, chilled walk, maybe with friends, doing a bit of socializing or listening to a podcast. Stretching might also be a really good idea. If you feel really sore and you want to stretch and lengthen your muscles, then this is also great to do on a rest day, whatever feels right to you. If you have the chance to get a massage, I think this is one of the best things that you can do. Just do a little bit of self-care. Take care of yourself and take care of your body. And here's the thing, if you don't stick to your rest days, what can happen? I can share this from my own experience, things that happened to me because I did not stick to the rest days. First of all, my brain, my emotional well-being, my mental well-being had been really, really bad. And I ignored it. I ignored it for a really long time. But now when I reflect on it and when I think back, I was just overdoing it. I was overtraining. And that's why I had these even, I would say, like burnt out moments. I remember I had one day back in Austria, it's been years ago. That was also when I did CrossFit and when I did really intense, extreme, heavy training. I had this one day when I was lying on the couch and I couldn't get up. I was so tired. I was so exhausted. And I just felt really, really empty. I felt so empty. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I remember the TV was on, but I didn't even want to watch it. I felt so empty. I was really burned out. Like, it really felt burned out. That was the feeling that I had back then. And also not allowing myself to rest, not allowing my body to recover. It also came with a lot of injuries. I had a lot of small injuries all the time. I remember my shoulder, my right shoulder was in pain really, really often. I had many, many small little injuries there. And then the worst injury that I've ever had, I had a knee injury. I had a really bad knee injury and I had to have a surgery. And after the surgery, I couldn't train for a really, really long time. And I really hope this is your wake up call, team, to take rest days more serious, because it can lead to injury, and there is nothing worse than having to rest because of an injury. Mistake number 3, very, very often I said I don't have time for a warm up. I don't have time for stretching or cool down. So I skipped many, many warm ups in the past, especially in my CrossFit era, especially in my gym era when I went to the gym to work out with machines or heavy weights. I always felt like I don't need to warm up. I just start with easier weights and then I move on to heavier weights and so on. So I skipped warm ups many, many times. Also, when I had been into my running phase, also now, sometimes I skip the warm up. And this is also a reminder for myself right now to not skip a warm up. First of all, my workout session is so much better when I have a proper warm up, when my muscles are ready, when my joints are ready, when my heart rate is where it should be. You risk an injury by not warming up. And it's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense. So I really hope you are never, ever, never, ever again skipping a warm up. And the same goes for stretching and cool down. I mean, or you maybe know some of my stretching workout videos on my other channel. I'm not super unflexible, but I think I'm unflexible. I think it could be worse, but it is really, really bad. That's because I skipped my stretching sessions, or I skipped stretching in general for so long. I was just trying to burn calories and do a lot of cardio, and I did a lot of strength training to grow muscle. But I ignored that I also need some sort of mobility and flexibility to actually perform all the exercises in the correct way, to feel better in every single day life. And now I also think it's just really beautiful when you are flexible and when you can move like free. Nothing feels like super extreme tight. So I think it's all about balance. It's about balance in life. It's about balance when it comes to training. And you have to do your cardio, you have to do your strength training, but you also have to take care of your stretching for mobility and flexibility. When it comes to stretching, I love to add some stretching movements after my workouts. So it's my cool down to just do a few stretching exercises. And believe it or not, but even for a few minutes, it makes a difference. A few minutes a day is so much better than not doing it and then doing 1 hour once a month. Doesn't make sense. So do a tiny little bit every single day, and it makes such a huge difference. And then on rest days, I really try to do a longer stretching class, a longer stretching workout. I don't know, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but it feels really, really good. And I also feel better recovered. Mistake number 4, the all or nothing mindset, the black or white thinking. And there are many pros to it, but there are also so many cons to it. So yes, sometimes I think it can be beneficial if you go all in with something. If you really want something, sometimes you have to go all in. You have to give 100%. You have to do everything that you can to reach your goal. That is important. But if you do that for a really long time, if you do that every single day, every single week, every single year, and you don't stop, then it can get really problematic. You lose the balance. And we all know it's so important about balance in life too. So the all or nothing mindset can really ruin a lot of things. When it comes to my fitness journey, I've done that for so many years. And I told you at the beginning, I'm into my fitness journey now for like 10 years, but I think for like 6 or 7 years, I went from one extreme to another extreme. I went from one, I'm giving it my all, to another, I'm giving it my all. When I wanted to lose weight, I just wanted to lose weight. I didn't care anymore about my friends. I didn't care anymore about my relationships, my family. All I was thinking of was working out and eating the right amount of calories. And then also when I started doing CrossFit and when I wanted to gain muscle and get stronger, all I did was I went to the CrossFit gym to work out. I was focusing on eating the right things. I was meal prepping and I ignored all the things around me. I'm a bit sad that I lost a lot of teenage years. Like I've lost a lot of, I don't know, moments that I could have had if I would have had a balanced life. But I was seriously, I was just working out. I was just eating. I was just trying to recover from all the intense training sessions. It all has some pros and cons, and I've learned a lot from doing CrossFit for a really, really long time. I've learned what it means to be consistent and what it means to be disciplined, and that you can actually, with the right plan and consistency, that you can achieve anything in life, anything that you want. That's what I've learned. But at the same time, I think I also stopped it at one point because it got too extreme and because there was no balance at all. And I kind of lost this spark and this, I don't know, this joy from doing it. So it really is all about balance in life. Don't make the mistakes that I've made. Seriously, take it all a little bit more relaxed and don't ignore that life is about discipline and your work and your job. It's about your health, but it's also about friendships and relationships and about other hobbies than just working out. The next one is about healthy eating. And I thought for so many years that I'm actually eating healthy, but there were so many things that were actually not healthy at all. When you start your fitness journey, when you start getting into the fitness bubble, then really quick you learn that if you want to make progress, you also have to focus on the right nutrition and on the right diet. And it's really hard with all the information that is out there to actually find out what is healthy, what is fueling your body in the right way. Also, I have to mention that for every single one of us, something else works. And what works for me might work for you, but maybe it doesn't. Listen, like really listen to your own body and to your own unique needs. So I got a lot of information out of the internet. I got a lot of information out of social media, and I've tried so many different things. And I thought all the things that I did were healthy, but there were so many things, as I said before, that were actually super unhealthy. I give you an example. Volume eating. Maybe you have heard about volume eating. It's basically you eat a lot of food which has not too many calories. For example, vegetables. I thought for so long that this is such a healthy eating habit and I can eat so much food. I can eat massive, big, huge bowls of vegetables and I wouldn't say I get satisfied because I never got satisfied. I just got full from eating tons of vegetables. Why do I think today that this is not healthy? I mentioned I never got satisfied. Like let's say you eat a huge bowl of broccoli. Yes, it might make you feel full for some time, but does it really make you satisfied? Like now I prefer so much more to eat less volume, but have nice sauces on top and have nice flavors and nice, I don't know, textures and lots of different things. I love, for example, like I love Korean food and there are a lot of small, tiny little dishes and you try a tiny little bit from everything. I love that so much more than eating a huge bowl of vegetables that I'm not even craving, but I just hope I get full from it. Also, the worst side effect that comes from volume eating is you get bloated like crazy. I mean, obviously, if you eat a big bowl of vegetables, broccoli, carrots, kale, whatever, then of course you get bloated. And I don't know, I was just putting so much into my body, especially at night, really, really often. Big bowl of vegetables and then also a big bowl of yogurt with frozen strawberries to just feel so full that I feel happy and nice and then fell asleep, hopefully, if I can fall asleep, because if I was eating a little bit too much volume, then I couldn't even fall asleep. So, I'm so like, why did you do that, Anna? Like, just you don't have to make yourself feel uncomfortable full to be happy. Also, another side effect from volume eating, and especially with broccoli and carrots, they have a lot of carotene. And this is something I've never shared before because I felt ashamed for it really long. I still feel ashamed for it, but now it's a bit better. But my hands turned orange at one point because I ate so much broccoli and so much carrots. And broccoli is green, yes, but it also has a lot of carotene in it. Spinach, broccoli, carrots. If you eat a lot of it, it can be that your hands turn orange. And this happened to me. I remember when we had like the big family dinners and my aunties and my uncles, they always asked, why are your hands so orange? And it really bothered me. It really annoyed me so much. Yeah, next to the volume eating habit that I think is really unhealthy, there were also some other things. Like I was tracking every single calorie and I was just eating my own cooked meals. I was even panicking when we went out into restaurants because I didn't know what they put into the food and into the meals. Lots of diets that I've tried, from not eating any kind of carbs, not eating fats. Like I've tried it all. I've done it all. I thought back then it was healthy, but it actually wasn't. So what's healthy? I think it's so different to every single one of us. To me right now, it's about eating things that make me feel better. I want to try different things. I want to try new things. I want to learn more from different kind of cultures. I want to eat balanced. I want to be happy. I want to eat with friends, with my family, and I want to make it more like a social thing. There are so many aspects when it comes to food and when it comes to healthy eating, and it definitely has changed for me in the last couple of years. All right, team, we made it to the last mistake that I've made for way too long. Way too long. And I'm like, Anna, why did you do that? I ignored that I'm messing up my hormones. I ignored that for years. My body gave me so many different kind of signs. For example, not having a period. I haven't had a period for so long. And you know what I did? First of all, I was happy about it. I was like, yeah, I don't have any kind of negative side effects that come with getting your period. Like I wasn't bleeding, and that was amazing. It felt amazing. I was like, that's so cool. All the problems that other girls have, I don't have. You know what I do today when I get my period, when I start bleeding? I'm texting 2 or 3 friends. I'm like, yes, my period starts right now, because I'm so excited and happy about it. Because it's actually a sign of your body that you are healthy. If you don't have your period, you're not healthy. You have to change something. And either you have to change something when it comes to your lifestyle, or when it comes to your workout plan, or when it comes to your nutrition and daily diet, but you have to change something. You have to have a period if you want to be healthy and if you want to be happy. Because let me tell you, when I haven't had my period, I wasn't happy many times. I had crazy mood shifts, but crazy mood shifts. And now I also have mood shifts because I think it's kind of normal. But the mood shifts that I had back then, not having a period, were different. They were really different and really dark. Also, something that I think is one of the worst side effects of not having your period and not having your hormones working well is the sex drive. I've had no sex drives for years, and it was really hard for me to sleep with someone because I just didn't feel it. I had no energy, I had no drive at all. That is one of the worst side effects. And yeah, I just hope everyone here understands the importance of having a normal and healthy cycle and getting your period. It is so important. And it's one of my biggest dreams to just educate you more around it and give you all these wake-up calls that if you want to have a healthy and happy body, you have to have a regular period, a regular cycle. It's part of life. It's part of us women. And it's something cool and exciting that we should embrace and that we should be happy about. I know there are a lot of questions about how I got my period back. I think I should make another video about it. I've recorded a few podcast episodes, so if you want to check those out, they are on my podcast Today I'm Growing. But maybe I also make another video, like really step by step, what I did to get my period back. If you want to know more about it, let me know down in the comments what you want to know exactly. Are there any specific questions in general for this whole video? Do you have any questions? Let me know down in the comments. I remind you one more time to stay hydrated. I need something to drink right now. Throughout this whole podcast episode, I had a whole water bottle right now. It's just so easy to sip out of it. I put the link to the water bottle down in the description box, and there's also this shop down here that you should see where you can find the bottles, where you can check them out. I love them. I love them. We've designed them for you, so it should help you to stay hydrated. And we all know if we are hydrated, then we are healthy, then we are happy. Then we might have to pee often. That's what I do right now. I really have to pee. But anyways, I come forward to give you a hug, and then see you next time, team. Thank you so much for being here. I love you a lot. I love you a lot. ASMR, I love you a lot. I love you so much. ASMR, I'm coming forward now to give you a hug. Okay. Give you a hug. Oh my god, my legs. Do you know the feeling? Do you know the feeling when you sit for too long in a really weird position and then you get out of it? Fuck. Psst. Bye, guys. Bye.